How are the emotions for you now, Jay?
Sort of a whirlwind, you know. I don't know really how to process all this. It's incredibly, like, it's really incredible to be able to wear this jersey, but I just sort of can't fathom how we've had so much bad luck as a team over the last couple of days. You know, we've got guys in the hospital, guys that are, you know, trained really well, prepared really well, and, you know, not just our team, but also other guys in the peloton. I know I've been there. I know how it is to sort of lose half a season because you've got broken bones, but yeah, it's never something you want. And also, if it's out of your control with what happened, yeah, it's not good. But I'm also incredibly proud of how we stepped up. You know, with limited numbers. You know, I've had Adam Yates. I'm only leading him out, but he was doing the job for me today. So to have him, you know, to have Ivo, to have Sebastian, it's really was a team effort.
Jay, I guess you wouldn't have, if somebody said to you before the day started, you've been in a crash involving a kangaroo, what would you have said?
I would have said, yeah, sounds about right at the current rate. But yeah, look, I've come out unscathed, and it is what it is. But yeah, you never want that to happen. Yeah.
Can it freak you out a little bit? Like,
I mean, all the Europeans ask me what's the most dangerous animal in Australia, and I always tell them it's the kangaroos, and they all go, "Oh, really? The kangaroos? Oh, Skippy, huh?" And it's like, no, because they wait in the bushes until you cannot stop, and then they jump out in front of you. But yeah, in all seriousness, it is what it is. But you know, we had the guys around us. You know, the guys all stepped up, and luckily enough, the terrain was such that other teams also wanted to try and bring the race back together to have a sprint and the last crack at a stage win. So we had allies there, and everyone else around me, you know, pulled extra double shifts today, and I think I've got a pretty big bar tab that I'm going to pay tonight.
Can you
It's
take
a
us
pretty
through, I guess,
incredible
from your...
gap, though, considering what you had to deal with. Did you think it was feasible when you looked at the course to have a gap this large?
As in my overall GC gap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it to get a gap so quickly on corkscrew back on stage 2. But when I saw the courses come out back in August, I told my coach that the goal was I needed to be doing, you know, really impressive numbers for 15 minutes, and I should be able to go solo. And then Johnny can be in the group behind, and then that group will not cooperate with Johnny because he'll beat them, he'll smash everyone in the sprint. So I was like, okay, then we can, you know, play the game of, okay, Johnny's in the group behind, maybe I get 30 seconds, and then we can just go easy to the finish on this stage. Obviously that didn't happen, and Johnny was able to come with me like immediately on corkscrew. Also, Adam just decimated the field as well. If that was a hot day, I think it could have been even more extreme, the gap. But yeah, I mean, in the end, like I expected it to be one, maybe then a group of 4, then a group of 3, you know, not wanting to cooperate, and that's how you get your gap, because it's that hesitation behind. But yeah, no, I expected corkscrew was going to be very, very decisive. Yeah.
Is this better than 23?
I mean, I don't know. I got a stage win this year, but I don't know. I think the surprise of 2023 was nicer, and also, yeah, I cannot say.
Just in the context of what's happened since that first Tour Down Under win, crash, becoming a father, you're about to become parents again. Just the context of this win, Jay. You know, your home World Tour race, winning it again is in light of everything that's happened to you since the other one.
Yeah, I mean, I've crossed the big 3-0 barrier also. I mean, it's a whole lot more challenging when you become a father. I had the accident back in 2024. I mean, we were just trying to focus on getting back on the bike in that year. So to be able to deliver another World Tour overall, and not just any World Tour overall, the Down Under again. This race is so chaotic. It's won by bonus seconds. You know, there's so many bonus seconds available every day that if you're not a sprinter like myself, it's very hard to win an overall. But you know, at UE we come with the goal of winning the overall whenever we rock up to a race, and you know, you've got that pressure on, not really from the team, but also for yourself, that you've got an opportunity to win a bike race, and you show up. And my family has sacrificed a lot, my wife being pregnant now, and back home we were you know, full gas swapping bikes, trying to get out of the snow, my son not wanting to be in the car for, you know, 90 minutes every day up and down the mountain. And then, you know, with another one on the way, it gets more and more challenging, but you know, it's what I do it for. I do it for my family, and hopefully I'm able to provide a nice life for them after I retire. That's, yeah.
Jay, going back, I guess, to today and the incident with the Kangaroo, I guess, can you talk us through your perspective leading up to it, and then how heavy was the crash for you?
Yeah, I mean, everything was going according to plan up until that point. Sebastian was doing a great job. The breakaway was well within reach. They were sort of playing with us a little bit, letting the gap come down so that we'd stop and then accelerate away from us. And then, unfortunately, we lost Mikel, and he knocked the Kangaroo into me. So it was just like pinballing inside the group there. But you know, I didn't fall too hard. The bike went into crash mode. I swapped bikes with Evo. He fixed the bike immediately. I'm not a mechanic, so he fixed the bike immediately, got it back to me, and we swapped bikes again and got back to the bunch pretty quickly. And then Sebastian did one last acceleration until we got to the finish line. And luckily enough, by that point, there was enough teams out there going, okay, the course is not as attritional as we thought. We've still got a lot of sprinters in our group who want to get something out of this bike race, so we found a lot of help there. And having such a big gap to second place also means that the pressure wasn't entirely on us to defend, you know, guys that were trying to sneak into the top 10 or into the top 5. So, you know, we laid the groundwork at the start of the week, but at the end of the day, like I've said all week, it's not over till it's over.
How much would you like to come back here with the 4-time Tour de France champion? Alex Carrera is here. He's singing the race's praises. Would it be nice to come back with Pogačar leading the team?
Yeah, absolutely. You come here with Tadej, and you know, he's going to be leading the team. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. Maybe you can get an Australian passport and come over to the Nationals with me as well.
With the team, it's obviously a pretty stacked team, pretty competitive for these kind of opportunities. 2 questions: at what point did you get given that opportunity to go for the overall lead, and does this, I guess, elevate your standing in the team? Do you think you'll get more opportunities across the season like this?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got given the calendar and the course. Obviously, we know the course many months in advance, and I think literally the day the course got announced, with double ascension of corkscrew, but with the left turn, I sent it immediately to management. I said, look, this is clearly a course that suits me, and with the way my calendar sort of played out last year with such a big gap over the Tour de France period, I was always going to be on the up as we left Vuelta. Sort of showed that in Rwanda and then through the Italian races. So, and also with my style of body, if I stop pedaling, even for a couple of days, apparently I seem to injure myself somehow. So yeah, the goal was, okay, very little off season, work very hard through winter, through the cold, stay in Europe, in my own environment, because if I come here, I'm living out of a suitcase, either at my parents' in one room with my wife and my son, or I'm living in an Airbnb, which is not the most nice. So stay in Europe in my own home, prepare really well, and you know, we'll come here with 2 leaders, because as we have seen this race, anything can happen. And whoever's the strongest, you know, depending how the race goes, we've got 2 options. You know, if like last year, it's sort of not so selective, and you know, there's 16 seconds available every day if you win everything, all the bonus points, bonus sprints. 6-day race, you know, that's nearly a minute that you can get in bonus seconds. Of course, Johnny's going to be able to soak up a lot of that and take it overall. So it comes down to the course, you know, like horses for courses, as they say.
And just with nationals, you put up that you were quite frustrated with, I guess, the way that race was run. Now, you're all professionals, you all do this for a job, but did it feel pretty good to, I guess, shut out Jaco in this race?
I mean, I was more annoyed at nationals that, you know, like I'd spent all week, you know, going through the game theory of, okay, 6 riders, game theory is, you know, you've got 3 leaders on the team. You want at least 2 of them in a group of 10 with not another 3 professionals. The rest of the group doesn't really matter to Jaco. But if you've got 2 in a group of 10 and it's not completely flooded with other World Tour riders, you're going to work with it. But it almost seemed, it was the fact that whenever I was in a move, even with 4 Jaco, the group stopped. So it became very clear that I was not allowed to be in the group, even if I was solo. So if I'm not allowed to race my bike in my own national championships, well, maybe I don't even sign on next year.
Yeah.
Last couple, guys.
How much is this mission accomplished, Jay? You said before this summer you'd learnt lessons from last year. How much is this? You win the time trial, okay, the nationals don't go well in this race. How much is it a pretty good feeling about what you've done?
Yeah, it's a really nice feeling. Obviously last time, I think I was sort of caught up in time, GC, and I threw away 2 stage wins, just purely thinking about the GC. And you know, obviously, if we had more guys, we had a lot of bad luck. We could have got more out of this race. I think the level of the guys, and also my level at this race, I think we could have, you know, at least podiumed a couple of more stages. And unfortunately, that the race didn't go our way in that sense. But I've learned a lot. I've learned to be more, you know, like literally the game theory, you know, looking at the odds of, okay, how can I win from a group? What's my best chances of optimizing a result? And to be able to, you know, to get a stage win as well as the overall is an improvement, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Great, thanks all. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.